Oh my God, you'd think on a rainy day, because we weren't jogging, we weren't training, it'd be slow, right? Be slow day. I woke up today, I came to the burn. I actually picked up, crap, I forgot about that. Picked up some stuff to make trotting hobbles, and thought it was going to be a pretty laid back day. Here it is, 12:03. I've got nothing done yet because I've been on the phone all day emailing people, working things out. Obviously, I was mad last night that Levitor made a break. How can I get him somewhere? How do I get him out of New York back to Ohio, Pennsylvania, Ontario? I figured it out. It took me all morning, but Levitor hopefully will be in Ontario Friday afternoon. Qualify him on Monday. Gemstone Ruby Rose saw the break last night. I can't go over and drive her next week, and she'd have to qualify in Ohio. So how do we get around that? Bring her back to Ontario. She doesn't have to qualify in Ontario. She can race at Mohawk in the maiden next week. You might think to yourself, is she good enough? Gemstone Ruby Rose, in my opinion, she went a mile and 2.3 as I was holding her together in the corners last week, or 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago in Ohio. I was very, very happy with her power. Just wanted to get the wrinkles out of her. Do we need to change some gear, some equipment, some shoes? I don't know. But if I'm not there going with her, I can't get a real sense of what needs to happen, and then, try it out. Change the gear, change the shoes, try her out, train her, school her. I can't do that, but I can here. So I'm going to bring her home. The plan is to race her next Thursday at Mohawk. At some point between now and next Thursday, I might even school her off the car on Monday. Just go a mile and 2:10, but let her trot out of the car, see how she feels, see how she navigates that first turn. She's never seen a track that big before. So how's she going to navigate that track, that turn, that gate? That's what I believe in my mind we're going to do. So we're going to bring her home also. She's coming home right away. Confederate Cruiser raced horribly last night. This horse has not come back good. We've had some horses that come back great. We've had at least 3 now that have not come back great. But all of them feel like they're on the cusp of becoming the horse they were last year, but not this guy. This guy just feels weak. So I think the best thing to do, I entered him in the sale in Ohio next month, but we need to get some racing into him. The condition claimer at London is very slow. Not good horses. Let's just say not good horses. So that's a 15 condition claimer. If we race him in there and he does well over the next 3-4 weeks, then we can probably take him to the Ohio sale and at least get some pretty decent money for him. Man, he was bad last night. There's no other way to put it. So a lot going on. Big news. I got a video of 3 Point Blue Chip walking out of the clinic today. Why did my car just turn on? Oh, it's been running for too long. Walked out of the clinic today, and now I gave the video to Kelly. She can post it for everybody, not just the 3 Point Blue Chip group, but it is a technological marvel. Yeah, it's almost miraculous that this horse cracked his bone last week, had an operation, and is somehow walking with his ears up like nothing happened, like everything is peachy keen. I am shocked. I watched the video. I'm like, oh my God, that's unbelievable. They believe he can win the pool in 30 days. Technology has come a long way. Well, just a long way. Just to put it in perspective, No Free Lunch fractured his coffin bone and stood in the stall 4 to 6 months. It was a good, 10 months before we got him back racing? Maybe 11? 10, I think. Something like that. Yeah, it's easy enough to look. This guy's going in the pool in a month. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. So the key right now is to keep it, they drilled a hole in his foot to put a screw in his bone. Infection, obviously, is the biggest killer. But for now, there's been no heat, no signs of any infection. I don't know when you classify him as out of the woods as far as infection goes, but from what I saw in the video, from what I hear from Julie, and from the emails and synopsises I get from the surgeon, all things went well. So that is fantastic news. Just really turned a rainy day into a sunny day pretty quick. So we had some hiccups yesterday. Bomb Hugger, they put her in a little bit tougher class. She wasn't going to go, so they ended up moving her around, and Not good. I'm not happy with what I saw. But listen, she's going to get raced. I'm going over there. I'm going to treat it as a qualifier. I'm not going to hurt her. She's not going to be on the front. She's not going to be first over. She's going to be covered up. And if she's got the legs to get there, then she'll get there. But I'm not going to stretch her out. So Bomb Hugger's in to go. I have to go over. I didn't tell Amy yet, but I'm probably going to have to leave tonight because I have to get a B1. I'm going to have to stop at the border and get a B1. It ran out last month. I can't drive in Pennsylvania if I don't have a B1. So I have to get that B1 tonight. So that's a pain in the butt. As I see Cindy Acton's trailer pulling up, Merchant Man and Matt's MVP are going to the field, and Locatelli and White Tiger are coming back. I told everybody yesterday, Merchant Man, as I looked at everything, I looked at the videos, I talked to James about it at length yesterday, nothing we've done has changed him for the better, and I believe that is because he's growing right now. He's got a few little issues going on, and I don't know if he can work his way through them, and I don't know if that's the best thing, because this guy, he's starting to get a little cranky on the track sometimes. This horse had a great attitude when we were training him down. I finally, as James and I were talking about, I just looked at him and said, I know how to fix it. Just turn him out. He's going out in the field. That's how we're going to fix it. So, Merchant Man is going out for a month. There's no major issues. I think it's more growing than anything. I think it's growth than soreness. So Merchant Man is going to head to the field. Matt's MVP was supposed to go out the other day. Just needed a spot for him, and I found the best place for him was the place that White Tiger and Locatelli were at. They could only take 2 horses, so the timing was almost perfect. It's raining today. I said to Cindy, hey, can you take Matt's MVP and Merchant Man to the field and bring back Locatelli and White Tiger? So everybody's set for the transition. So this has been really, really good. Very happy with what I see going on here. Actually, I got to call the lady and tell them we're going to swap them out. I texted her, but I don't think she got back to me yet. So good news in that regard. Blue Bayou Dio and Unbeatable Kemp are unfortunately going to have to race against each other on Monday. What's wrong?
Sorry, can you text Carol and tell her that
I did text her. She didn't text me back. I'm going to call her right now.
Okay.
Yep. Unbeatable Kemp and Blue Bayou are going to have to race against each other in the Non-Wars of 3. We wanted to get them raced. I don't really care about the Non-Wars of 3. I think they're better horses than them anyway. I don't mean to be arrogant about it. I'm sure there's some nice horses in there, but these horses are both ready to trot in 55, probably. So, we'll see. But I believe Unbeatable Kemp and Blue Bayou Deal, 1, they're going to race together. 2, this will be their last start. They're heading to New Jersey. I'm right on the cusp of announcing and finding a trainer for those 2 horses in New Jersey, as they will be leaving at some point next week. Actually, what I thought would be better would be race them Monday, school them in probably 2 minutes the following Monday, then they will race on Friday. That would be 4 days out, a good tightener for New Jersey, and enough time to let them relax Tuesday morning, ship them out Tuesday if possible, have them in New Jersey Tuesday evening, jog Wednesday, jog Thursday, and jog Wednesday, Thursday, and race on Friday. So that's my plan for those 2 horses moving forward. The only question mark remains right now, who's getting them in New Jersey? I'll have that to you this weekend. There's a number of people on a short list. Not a number, there's a few people on a short list, but I'll have that finalized for you today. Obviously, running through last night's races, somebody had sent me a message, said, Levitor, obviously I don't think that was the right move to make. Well, I appreciate that, and that's obvious, right? Almost Captain Obvious, but we have to put the horses where we believe they belong. Like, we're sending Unbeatable Kemp and Blue Bayou to New Jersey. If they run into some tough characters, that too will be falling under the category of maybe shouldn't have went, right? But you can't judge that in hindsight. I can't look at Levitor's stint in New York in hindsight and say, oh, well, that was a huge mistake. Clearly it was, but at the time it was the only move to make. The optional condition claimer that he was racing at Northfield was tough. He wasn't going to win it. Finished second, third. He was a contender. But what I saw was a class, like when you look, if Miami Valley's class translated to Yonkers, Levitor wins it. There's some tough horses in that series. So right away I said, okay, it's too tough. We're not going to stay in there. Optional 30 you should do in. That was tough too. And I was planning on taking him back home after that. And Corey said, well, he fits in Elmer's at 7,500. Why don't we put him in there? What's the worst that could happen? Oh, wait. He could make a break. I don't know what went on from week 1 to week 3. But Levitor does not fit at Yonkers. So now we have to deal with the fallout, and the fallout is get him qualified, get him racing. Good news is he fits a knowledge of nothing here in Ontario, which he will do very well at. This horse will love this racetrack, so we'll qualify him on Monday. Qualify him on Monday at Mohawk, and then go from there. So that was obviously disappointing. Gemstone Ruby Rose, I almost bit a hole in my lip when she made a break. I'm like, don't run. Oh, you run. I think there's a lot of speed there. Of the 4 horses, the 4 grassroots horses we have, she could be the best one. Don't kid yourself. She's no slouch. If she went out and trotted in 58 at Mohawk next Thursday, I would not be surprised in the least. I don't mind this filly. Now, I haven't really got a real sense of her overall speed. 2-3 in a qualifier holding together. Yeah, it's really tough for me to extrapolate speed from that and say, she's this or she's that. I just scared my wife. Oh, she gave me the finger. So Gemstone Ruby Rose making that break. I want to bring her home. The maiden's not tough here. I think she can trot in 58 here. I'd like to get her, have some confidence in her as she heads back to Ohio. She's going to miss that first grassroots, but it's 5 weeks to the next one. So who cares? So Gemstone Ruby Rose and Levitor and Confederate Cruiser coming back here, all for very, very different reasons. Then when we're talking about making mistakes and trying to do what's right and it didn't end up right at all, procrastinator. Let's go to the maiden on a 5/8, bigger track for him. If we're going to pace 54, 55, let's do it on a big track. Oh wait, they're going to go in 52. The maiden, this horse could win a maiden at Mohawk right now. Now he has a grassroots coming up, so I think he deserves the right to race in it at Miami Valley. But 52-2, come on. Jeepers. It's insane. So we're prepping him again. We're getting him ready for the Buckeye. But I couldn't believe the maiden pace at a 5/8 mile track in April went in 52-2. It's just, I'm flabbergasted. Then we watched Jimmy, and I know I had a lot of people angry after Jimmy's race. And I have to take some of the culpability here. I had told Jason, listen, long year for Jimmy. I'd rather him not emptied out in his first start. I know it's a Hackett, but honestly, I don't really care about the Hackett. I care about the rest of the stakes for the rest of the year. 7-horse field, thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, hit, no problem. Race good. Went 55-2. Last quarter, 28-1. Good mile. To finish 5th. Now, we had to bite our nails for the next hour. And make no mistake. I'll get to this in a second, but make no mistake. So the second division, obviously, we are the 5th fastest. We get in. We're number 9 on the list. But make no mistake, there's no joke there. Like, these guys are going to race these horses really, really hard in the final. If I go or if Tony Hall goes, I can tell you right now, I don't want any long faces and any boo-hoos. I'm not emptying out Slim Jimmy to race in the Hackett. It's just not going to happen. So, if you're like, we leave out and get a hole. No. Who's going to go away but 6th? Be 2nd or 3rd over, and we're going to get what we get. I don't want Slim Jimmy hurt in any way heading into the Sire Stakes season. I have zero interest in it. Do not care. And it's not going to happen. So, for those of you trying to handicap the race, the draw isn't out. I have no idea, but I can tell you right now, if you think he's going to leave hard and get a spot, it's not going to happen at all. I want the horse raced a little easier. I don't care about the Hackett. I care about the Ohio Sire Stakes that are coming up, the Ohio Breeders, all the races that we haven't paid into. Don't forget, he's paid into stuff at the end of the year. I don't care about the Hackett. So, that's that. Peanut butter and jelly race last night. Again, outside, had to take her back. She didn't really like that 3 wide down the backstretch, kind of hung in the turn. It's hard to get a sense. If this filly's any good or not. I think she's very mediocre, and will likely be another horse that we put up for sale. Now, I'm not going to put her in the Ohio sale. It makes no sense. Probably put her in the not this preferred sale, but maybe the next one in 2 weeks, or maybe on gate. She's likely not going to stay with us, but that's not fair to her. I can tell you, I sat behind Better Be Sawyer. She was not going to stay. I've never sat behind Peanut Butter and Jelly. All I've seen is 3 races from the outside. All of them in the rain, by the way, I believe. Was last night the rain? I believe it was. I'm not positive. Can't judge it on that. And As I said, Levator's break. I was mad. What are you going to do? I'll just have to abuse my brother when he calls me here in an hour. And Massive Profit raced great. Almost raced too great last night. When's the last time there was such a calamity in the last eighth of a mile and it benefited us? The horse on the front runs, the horse second runs. We were going to be fourth, I believe. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that love Massive Profit the same as I do. Call a spade a spade. The guy coming on the far outside that picked us off last week, he was coming to pick us off again, and the other guy wiped him out. When in the name of hell has that ever happened? The guy in the front run, the guy in the two-hole run, and he just cleaned the other one out. Hey, we win. Never. Doesn't happen. We're never those people. And my wife was asleep. I said, Amy's retired, and she's sleeping. And I'm like, oh, he run. She goes, what? I said, the other one run. I said, you got to wake up. He cleaned the other one out. You got to watch this replay. You're never going to believe what just happened. You will never believe what just happened. What are you going to do? It's racing. Can't always get the bad end of the stick, right? So that was a great win for us last night. As I said, almost too good. I had a couple of clients call last night. One call, a number messaged me and said, Anthony, 3 out of his last 4, he was a winner. And only beat a neck, I think, or half a length in the other, or a length, whatever. I had told everybody, I don't think he's a top-tier stake colt. Nice colt. A lot of racing ahead of him. Could be. I don't think he is. Same thing, I spoke to Ross Leonard for 20 minutes today. Really great guy. Hadn't had a chance to catch up in a little while. Just a tremendous guy. And I said to him, hey, tell me what you think of Massive Profit. He goes, I was standing with one of your clients last night, one of your people that own the horse with you. And I'd said, nice colt. They're going to start going 52, 53 in the heat of the summer. He'll make money in the grassroots part. I said, you're right. I said, the only thing is, I don't think it would be hard to believe he could be a gold colt if you didn't own him. If I didn't know him, if I didn't know Massive Profit, I looked at his lines, I looked at his race last night, come first over, win the race, regardless of the shit show down the lane, was going to go a good mile. Week before, just got picked off. Had a great race, a great year so far. He's already shown a quarter and 27 and a piece, I believe, at Mohawk, if I'm not mistaken. 28, whatever. I don't think he'd ever be worth as much money as he is right now. Not a top stake colt in my mind. Ross said, Anthony, you're 100% right. Everything you just said is 100% right. He said I said the same thing last night. I don't think he's a top stake colt. He can do good in the grassroots type. But right now, off of that line last night, this second, in this moment, right now, he'd never be worth as much as he is right now, ever. So we put Massive Profit on the preferred sale platform. I like the horse. And he'll do okay in Indiana. But here's the most important thing. I'm not giving him away. I'm not going to give Massive Profit away. I have a number. Our clients have a number. We're going to have a reserve. Because he is worth money. I just think he's worth a lot more than he's actually worth right now. Factor in the purse money he just made. Got yourself a pretty good situation. So that was not my... And you know what? I love the fact that our clients did this on their own. You guys understand the tremendous pressure I'm under to try and make proper, safe, responsible decisions for you. I didn't have to make this one. Your partners did. Called me and said, anyway, this makes total sense. You're 100% right. I almost didn't want to bring it forward because I didn't know how it would be received. I didn't have to bring it forward. All of you did. So it was great to hear from so many like-minded people that understood that nice horse, going to do us some good. We're going to have fun. But after last night's line, he might be worth X plus. And it makes a lot of sense to maybe test that market. You don't have to give him away. Maybe see what's out there. And I think that's exactly what I know that's exactly what we're going to do. So thank you all for the messages, the phone calls, the texts. It's great to see that other people are sharing, the model, looking at the model that we've created, all the changes we've made, the way we polished it, understanding this is effective and using it. It was great to hear from you all last night. I truly appreciate it. Anyway, tonight we got Laugh Now. Can't wait to see the little guy race. I'm really excited to see him. Here's a horse that took 4 years to get him in the races. Went through a number of burns. Everybody I talked to said he wouldn't trot. Well, he's trotting now. Now, he's not a killer, right? Not a killer. But the difference between this guy and other horses is he's already worth a lot more than what we paid for him. Let's let him stretch his legs a little for the next few starts. I don't think his price will be diminished by anything he does, and I think he'll do good tonight. So interested to watch him race. Don't believe me, just watch. A lot of interest in this horse. This might be it. He might be claimed tonight, but as I said, we need to race in the classes that we can do in. You guys know that. We're not making the same mistakes of the past. I can't do it. So if he's claimed tonight, he's claimed. If he's not, good luck either way to everybody. I hope he does good tonight. I hope he wins tonight. If he's claimed, I hope he goes out as a winner. Taiwan, really excited about Taiwan tonight. Both the New Jersey horses and this Pennsylvania filly got major stake races coming up, and I can't wait to see her race tonight. We all know James is going to be a little conservative, but I can't wait to see what he does with her tonight. And High Gear No Fear, 10-hole, yeah. I had to twist James's arm. He booked off a horse to drive me. He's like, Anthony, the horse doesn't look that great right yet, and you're asking me to pick over the rail horse, I think it was, to drive the 10-hole. I said, yeah, I am. That's exactly what I'm asking you to do. Because I have to go. I think I have to go to Pennsylvania tonight. I think I have to get in the car and go and get my B1, so I have to go tonight. If you're going to make me stay and drive High Gear No Fear to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go to Pennsylvania, then you're not getting a Christmas gift this year. That's it. You're out. Anyway, James is going to drive High Gear No Fear tonight. I told him, I said, just land 5th or 6th and race the horse. I think you'll be happily surprised. He was good last week. Yes, he has not lived up anywhere close to what we paid for him. That's horse racing, but we can claw our way back. And we will. So that's what's going on. We got a number of horses qualifying today. I haven't talked to Jason yet to see how everybody in Northfield qualified. Purple Aura is qualifying. We got a ton of stuff going on right now. I'm being inundated. I literally tried to make this video at 9 o'clock in the morning. It took me 3 hours. 3 hours to make it. So that is a Thursday update. And I like doing these videos because it reduces the amount of emails. I want to give you the answer to the question you have before you have to send me an email. Not that I don't appreciate the emails, and not that I don't want to answer them, but if I can answer the questions for you right now, it saves me time too. So a little update for you about last night, an update about tonight, what's going on tonight, where I'm going to be, what I'm doing, how the horses are racing, and most importantly for today, for today. 3 Point Blue Chip walked out of the clinic. That is amazing. Amazing. So, it is a good day. I don't care if it rains. It is a good day. It's been a hectic 10 days, but today was a good day. Take care, everybody.